All right, folks, today I want to look at some very interesting stats related to computer science graduate school enrollment in the United States. What I'm talking about is completely based on an annual survey put out by the Computing Research Association, and they put out this survey every year and compile statistics. The first statistic is the total number of PhDs produced in a year. The report I'm currently looking at is for 2017, which is the latest report as of this recording. They break down the stats by US public and private institutions. They also count Canadian institutions. And we can see that this year, the total number of PhDs awarded was about 1,800. There is still a huge gender imbalance. 81% of the awarded PhDs went to males. There is also a breakdown by ethnicity, and the majority of PhDs awarded, 60%, were to non-resident aliens. Now, this won't be a surprise to anyone who's actually been in CS grad school in the US. Next, we look at how these newly minted PhDs got employed. This is a really interesting breakdown. They break down the statistics by the specialty or by the field in which they got their PhD. Now, of all PhDs, we can see that the majority did not go into academia. 60% of them went to industry after their PhD. And only about 20% or so went into academia. Of that, only 9% got into tenure track faculty positions, and the rest got into various other academic positions that were not tenure track. This is a graph of the number of PhDs graduating over time, and you can see that they hovered around 1,000 up until about the mid 2000s, and now they have suddenly jumped over the last decade or so to be around 1,500 to 2,000 every year. Here you can see that non-resident aliens have always counted for a significant fraction of CS grad students, but it seems to have gone up in recent years. This report mostly focuses on graduate school, but they do have some statistics related to bachelor's production in computer science as well, just to see what the pipeline looks like. And here you see how the number of bachelors in computer science has skyrocketed over just the last few years. It was around 10,000 just about a decade ago, and this year it is around 27,000, so more than 2.5x. So, how much do graduate students make while they are studying for their PhD? Most PhD students are on some sort of a teaching assistantship or research assistantship, and here they have some stats about how much that is. You can see that it ranges from about 12,000 a year to about 24,000 a year. And you can see in this graph how it breaks down by various kinds of institutions. In general, private schools pay a little bit more than public schools. Research assistantships pay about the same. How much do computer science professors make? Now, these numbers are for 9-month salaries because there's usually about a 2-month summer break and then a 1-month winter break. You can see that the salaries for tenure track varies from about 120,000 for assistant professors all the way up to 216,000 for full professors. And it's less for non-tenure track positions. So, to conclude, there has been a boom in undergraduate enrollments. There has been an increase in graduate school enrollment as well as PhD production. There was only a very small increase in tenure track and teaching faculty. So, as we saw, most PhD students are going into industry. So, that was a quick recap of the latest CRA Tolby survey. I hope you found that helpful, and I'll see you next time.